Welcome to stage 10 of Ghost Babel. We're finally in the double digits and we're going to be fighting the Havoc helicopter. After the cutscene is over, we're just going to hold up. It's the fastest thing to do. And then we're going to go through this minefield yet again. So, same stuff from stage 7. Not much to talk about here. But at some point before you enter the next screen, you should equip your rations and equip your grenades. You have to use grenades for this fight since we never picked up the Nikita, since we skipped it. And the reason why you want to equip your rations is to see what your ration count is going into this screen. If you have 3, you could just run by the ration. If you don't have 3, pick it up. Pretty simple. And then we're just going to run around the hills like so. Nothing too complicated here. Pick up those grenades. Pick up those grenades. You could also pick up this ration if you'd like. And then don't run like this into the load zone. You want to actually run right at this point so you can pick up these grenades. And that's all the routing before the actual boss itself. So female pilot jumps into the Havoc, and they fly away, and now we have to fight. So this whole part is scripted, this movement, but at the very start of the fight, we're going to hold up left and throw a grenade once the chopper appears on screen. The chopper's always going to move left at the start, so we can always get a free hit in by timing out our throw, like so. And then you're going to follow the chopper to the left side over here. Now, the chopper can do one of 2 attacks. One attack is slow, which is good. That's the attack where the chopper launches missiles. One attack is fast, which is bad, and that's the machine gun. The reason why the fast attack is bad is because we actually want the slow attacks, because we can finish the fight off before the chopper ever flies to the left side of the arena or the right side of this plateau, which is good. But you can't control that. The helicopter will do 4 attacks while it's up on the top edge of the plateau, and it takes 12 grenades to destroy. And the invincibility frames are such that you need to wait about a second to throw your next grenade. Okay? So at this point, depending on what the chopper's going to do, we're going to have to plan accordingly. Okay, so these are missiles. These have really big explosion radiuses, so be very careful. You kind of want to loop in and out, so kind of like make a circle. If a missile's like going to come here, kind of run like this, then run back in, rinse, repeat. And you kind of make a loop so you can sort of time out the movement to throw another grenade and also to avoid these missiles, because getting hit by a missile means that the fast trap won't be possible of taking out the Havoc helicopter before it flies away to the left or right side. So yeah, be very careful. If you get hit, it's fine. Don't worry about it. That's what rations are for. And see, we're getting good luck here. And we finished the helicopter along the top edge before it could even do anything else, which is very nice. Fight's over. This is the best case scenario. But we don't always get best case scenario in Ghost Babel. So if the helicopter lives from the top phase, be aware that when it flies up here, it has iframes. So you can't throw a grenade here while the chopper's flying up. It's not going to do anything. So if you want to throw a grenade before it flies up, you have a very limited amount of time for that to even work. But if it's if it's just standing still after 4 attacks, like this, you should not throw the grenade. Don't waste it. We want to save our grenades for endgame for Metal Gear, because the more grenades we have for that, the better. So don't waste your grenade on that. Let the chopper fly to whatever direction it goes. It can go both right or left. And you can actually throw a grenade predicting when the chopper arrives on screen and just destroy it like that. But be aware that you could throw it too early. So like that's too early. And what the chopper does when it's on this one of these sides, it goes up and down. So it'll go up, it'll shoot, and then it'll go back down, shoot, go up, shoot, go down, shoot. It doesn't really mess with its movement too much. It's pretty predictable. The issue is that while it's shooting, the fact that the gun hits you, the bullets hit you, could interrupt your throw and then throw off your timing. So just be aware of that. There's two different strats you can do here. You could just stand still, pay attention to the radar, and throw accordingly. But this strat is kind of lazy. I mean, it works, but you're not really like doing much to like make sure you're landing your throws, because chopper can still mess with you a bit. So what I'd recommend is once the chopper arrives, don't throw early like I did. You could pay attention to the radar there too. You kind of want to run with the chopper, kind of throw off screen like that, so you can like follow how it's gonna move, like so. Now be aware that if you're right on the edge, the grenades are just gonna fall off the cliff. So don't be right on the edge here. You'll waste your grenades. Same is true over here. Don't just throw your grenades at the edge. You'll miss. Not the case on this part of the map, but it is for the left and right sides. Now, if things go really wrong, you'll get a bombing stage. So the chopper will fly overhead and drop missiles on you. This is really bad because how long the chopper does this is not set. So it could do 1 trip, it could do 2 trips, it could do 3 trips. I think I've seen as much as 4 trips. And there's nothing you can do. You just have to wait it out and hopefully not get hurt too much by the bombing run, as I like to call it, until it finally goes back to the left side or the right side. So that's why it's really important to maximize your damage when it's up on the top edge, and try to finish the fight when it's on the left or right edge, or else you're going to waste a ton of time potentially from this. Now on the save state, oh, here we go. See, we're getting this nonsense. So we got 2. It's not set. Just try to avoid the missiles if you can, and hopefully the chopper will end when you get to the opposite end, and then you just finish it off. It's just rinse, repeat. It's gonna do the same thing again. And really this fight comes down to practice, so you get a sense of when you should throw, depending on the chopper's movement, and how big the grenade explosion is. So how far is far, how close is close with the explosion radius, that kind of thing. So really, it just comes down to practice. This isn't too hard of a fight, but it can be a bit trolly, potentially. As you can see, I'm just timing my nades for about a second. I like doing like a little circular movement to time out my throws, or just counting. Now, if you, for some reason, end up with less than 4 grenades, throw out all your grenades, and then grenades will spawn in one of the top left or top right corners. But if you do the Pyro Bison strat with the Galil, you shouldn't have that happen to you. You should have plenty of grenades entering this fight. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. It really comes down to executing the first part of this fight well. Try to avoid getting hurt if you can. And try to maximize your damage. And hope you don't get bad luck by getting the machine gun phase, but even if you do, it's not a big deal. You're just going to lose a little bit of time if you're playing well. So there I lost like 5 or 6 seconds because I got bad luck. Not really that big of a deal in the long run, so especially if you're a beginner. So let's do a practice run. Just make sure that you equip your rations and your grenades before you do anything else, because I have lost a run because I forgot to equip rations. It's easy to forget, so don't forget to do that. And then you can see if you need rations, which I don't, so I'm just going to run on by. And then just run up the hill. Run up the hill. Pick up the grenades. Pick up the grenades. Run up the hill. And now we're going to fight the Havoc helicopter. It is not the Hind. It is the Havoc. It's the sequel to the Hind. I mean that literally. So hold up left. Throw the grenade once it shows up. Hope you get good luck. And try not to get hit by the missiles like I did. Because... see, at this point, I will not be able to finish the chopper before phase 1 ends, but that's okay. See, you can throw the grenade before it flies up, but the timing is pretty tight. And even so, we still finished the chopper before it could do anything else to us. And now we can just sit around and wait until inevitably they crash from some crazed man throwing grenades at the blades. Because grenades are pretty overpowered in this game. So yeah, when you're a beginner, try to aim for a sub 90 on this stage. You can get teen runs on this stage. But don't worry about it too much. This stage really just comes from practice and understanding how the chopper moves, the trajectory of the grenades, how to time out the throws, and being able to deal with the machine gun phase when it happens. That's pretty much it. So thanks for watching. I'll see you on stage 11.